Hello, everyone. My name is Derek, and this is the first of hopefully many devlogs. I am developing a media franchise called TMEC, and I'm doing it one step at a time. You'll see in this video, I'm basically starting from the ground up. I do have a little card game, but push that aside, I don't have much else. So right now I'm writing a book, which I do already have around 120 pages in. I'm writing and singing songs, and I'm also starting to illustrate. I'm really not an illustrator. I'm very base beginner. I'm going to start trying to animate as well, which I know is going to be probably insanely hard, but I'm going to try to do that next video. But here you're going to see a lot of the cool things that I'm doing, and well, hopefully you find them to be cool. And you're going to see a lot of emotions that I'm going through on this journey, and you're going to see basically my day-to-day and what I've been doing. So if you like this style of content, stick around. I'm going to keep posting this for a long time, if I had to imagine. And yeah, I'll see you later. Peace. Boom. I don't know. I'll see you later. Hello everyone, so I just woke up. Most of the day is just going to be filled with me trying to progress with TMEC and make some art, so that's going to be cool. I just woke up, it's like 8:11 right now, and I'm going to go take a shower, shave, and then I'm going to write 900 words in my book. So we're going to see how long that takes me, and then I'm going to get back to you. Bye. Hello everyone, so now it is 9:26. I ate breakfast, brushed my teeth, did a couple other chores, and now it is time to write my 900 words for the day. Yeah, that's about all that's going on. So I will get that done, and then hopefully I can get it done within 30 minutes. Because really, when it comes to writing a novel, and this is the first fantasy, basically anything that I've ever written, the best thing you can do is to just make it. Just write on it and then change it later. It's much easier to actually have the material to change rather than to not have any material to change and then you have to go and actually make the material again. Long story short, I think writing consistently is better for me. I know a lot of people who just write in blocks and they'll spend 2 to 3 days just writing on their off time. And, they'll amass a couple tens of thousands of words. I'm not like that. That's not going to happen with me. I mean, maybe it will. Maybe for less serious works, I would probably do that. But for this one, I'm just going to basically write as much as I can every day, which is about 900 words is a good place where I can stop. And then after that, I'm going to do some singing. I'm trying to get my first song out. I have the track. I'm just trying to fit my voice to it, make sure that, I'm singing in the right key. Make sure that the way I'm singing sounds good with the track at all, and then try my best to fit them together, even though my experience with DAWs or not, and if you don't know what a DAW is, it's basically like an editing platform for music or for audio. I'm not very good at it. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I'm kind of just winging it, but yeah, so you'll probably see that as well, and that's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna try to get the writing part done in 30 minutes, try to get it done at around 10 o'clock. And then we'll see what else I can get done today. See you after that happens. Okay, so it is now 10:14, so I went a little over time, but I did write my next 900 words in the next chapter, which is very nice, very happy about that. Not tired at all, definitely not. And now I'm going to start trying to sing, do some singing warm-ups, and then try to record some stuff for the song and just see how it goes. I'll probably record that on here as well so you can see what I'm doing. If you have any tips or tricks on how I can be the best singer in the world, that would be very nice because I need help. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I will see you right now, actually. So let's start doing that. Wee. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to do a couple vocal warm-ups because we love vocal warm-ups and I only know one of them, or I guess there's two. One of the best things that I think people can do in order to have better pronunciation, some tongue twisters. Sally sells seashells by the seashore, Sally sells seashells by the seashore. The faster you can do those with the best pronunciation possible, the better you're going to sound when you're actually singing. I prefer Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. There's a lot on the internet that you can find. I just like doing a couple runs of those before I start singing. It usually gets my syllables to sound better. Doing a couple, and I know it probably looks really generic and silly, but doing the actually does help. I think it really makes it so you're not going to strain your voice as much when you do those. One of the best ones is you want to kind of be up. You normally do this when I'm standing, but you kind of want to be up, and then you want to go from low to high. So yeah, that helps a little bit. It's going to help you not strain your voice as much because a lot of people, when you're singing a higher note, mostly in chest or head voice, you're going to be like closing around your throat a little bit, and you don't want to be doing that. So if you do want to sing a little bit or practice, be my guest and do it along with me. I think another thing that's really helpful for singer-songwriters, if you do want to write songs or really anything, when you start singing, don't sing songs that are hard for you to sing. Sing a song that either you wrote that you can sing pretty confidently, or sing a song from a singer who has a very similar voice to you, or at least influx. Because if you just go right into singing and you're singing a really hard song that is kind of straining your voice, you're going to continually train yourself to sing like a singer that doesn't really have your same voice, or in a song which maybe isn't meant to be like, because there's a lot of songs where singers are literally just ripping their vocal cords apart. Don't practice singing those songs how they sing them. You're just going to rip your vocal cords apart. So, or if there's a song where you really just can't hit a certain note, work on getting your range either higher or lower, but do not just rip your vocal cords apart, okay? It's just not helpful. And this is from a couple years of trying to sing. Like, I'm on like 4 years now. I started when I was 17. Now I'm 21. I'm very old. Depending on who's watching this video, I'm super old. I'm going to try to sing a song that's maybe an original just to have fun, get my voice warmed up a little bit. So sorry for the sudden transition, but my camera died, and this is, I'm actually editing the video. This is a couple days later. So my camera died right as that segment was going through, and so I just started practicing a couple of songs, and then later I think I made a song. And you'll see that later. You'll see a process of me making, I think, a couple songs in this video. But right now you're just looking at me creating a comic. This is a comic that I made I did the sketches for a day before I recorded all the other footage that you just saw. So this is a little bit later. And yeah, so this is basically just me having some fun. It's not really... It's not like a super serious comic. It's just me having fun. And then a little bit later, I want to say next segment, you're going to see me actually try to make characters or draw characters that are in my game. And that's going to be such an interesting video. I definitely didn't just draw and then erase and then draw and then erase. I mean, you'll see it. I'm not going to spoil it. So you're going to see that. That's going to be really cool. And then you're probably going to see me make more songs, and then I'll vlog a little bit more. So see you there. Hello again. So it is now, I think it's 2:16. So it took me a lot longer to color in that drawing than I wanted it to. Or I mean, it's several drawings. So I'm trying to make a comic. So I think that's what you've just seen. Yeah, it took way longer than I wanted it to take. I mean, I also took a break to eat, and I took a break to talk about a film shoot that I'm going to be doing later. So there were a couple different things going on. I'm not even looking at the camera. I need to look at the camera. I'm looking at the side view. Okay, I'll look at the camera. Hi. So that took a lot longer than I wanted it to take, which is kind of okay. First comic I ever made. And yeah, so right now I'm actually going to start making characters. I want to make 2 stylized characters that are in my game so that I can do either comics or little animations with them as well, even though I'm still really not exactly sure how to do any of that, but I'm gonna start doing that now. So does it really look that different on the camera and then the lens? I don't know. See everyone later. Hopefully this isn't super boring. If it's boring, tell me in the comments section below. And then also play my game, T-Mac. Bye. Oh my gosh. I hope this video turns out good. Okay, so here I'm trying to... This is one of the first times where I really tried to
draw some of my characters on my own. And as you can see, it's going fabulously. it's going really great. You know, it's definitely not me redrawing, erasing, and then drawing again, and then erasing. And I'm going to be completely honest. While I was doing this, I felt one of the worst emotions I think I ever felt in my entire life. It was so bad. It was so bad I had to go to some of my other drawings where I made a little character which is in a completely different style than what I was going to originally do. But I like this little character. He's also in TMEC, and I originally had him set up to be not one of the main characters. I wanted him to be like a younger version of a much older, scarier character. And then I ended up completely trashing that idea and deciding to make him into a character which I could animate, because I think that would be a much better use of the character design, mostly because I liked it so much. And please tell me if you like in the comment section down below. So here I'm just trying to flesh out the character a little bit more, because obviously, you know, for the past minute, you've probably just been looking at the face of the character. And so I give him a little light bulb head. I give him some hands. I end up morphing him into the image that we see in the thumbnail, which is a much more animate kind of emotion and character. And I think it looks a lot better. But here I'm really just experimenting because, like I said, I am practically a complete beginner as an illustrator and as somebody who draws. I've done a couple sketches in my life, but generally speaking, I've never been one to doodle. Never been one to doodle or to draw or sketch practically ever unless I absolutely need to. And then, of course, you know, it's not very good. And yeah, so that's basically where I'm at, just trying to flesh out the character. I got way farther than I thought I was going to get. I'm trying to go for something in between ghost and robot, which I think it came out similar to how I wanted it to. I don't know. Please tell me that in the comment section down below too, because I don't know. So yeah, this time lapse is almost over. This is the original sketch that I made of the character that you see in the thumbnail. Now, I do a lot of changes. The light bulb isn't on the head at the end. I believe it's the left hand is flipped as well.
Hello everyone, I just got back from going to the gym, so now I'm going to draw more. I know probably what you just saw was some of the most pathetic drawing and then erasing and then drawing and erasing and drawing and erasing you've probably ever seen in your entire life. And so now I'm going to do that again, but instead I'm going to do it for just like a cool character instead of trying to draw people, because people, to me, I don't know if people are real, because drawing them is like, how do we look at people all day? And then I try to draw a person and it's just like, you know what I mean? Come on. So yeah, what time is it? It's like 4:30. So yeah, so I'm gonna get a lot done before I go to sleep at 11 o'clock. So I'm gonna try to work for at least, 6 of those hours, probably the whole, maybe all of it, maybe 7.5 hours of just probably pure drawing and trying to figure out the character that I'm trying to make a character that resembles me, so that I can do cool drawing animations. I've never done anything like this before, so I really have no idea what I'm doing, which is great. It's great to try and figure stuff out. So yeah, my arm's getting tired, so I'm going to put this camera down, and I hope it goes well. You're going to see all of it. See you later. Peace. Might do some singing later as well. Not sure. Peace. See you later. Bye.
Okay, so we're getting back right into the drawing, and at this point I'm outlining everything, and I'm feeling so much better. I mean, when I was trying to draw my other human characters, I had no idea what I was doing. I have no idea what the human anatomy looks like, or how to make human anatomy. Not gonna happen. But these little cartoony guys, for sure, I can do that. Maybe I should just caricaturize all of my characters so that I can make them. Because if I'm going to animate, right, I think the animations, I'm going to make them like all silly and cartoony. I'm not going to make them like, I'm not going to make them like studio quality. First of all, because the amount of knowledge that I have as an illustrator is still nothing. My experience is like 30 or 40 hours. Like, I am not, there's no way. But okay, moving on. So here this is a full-blown character design. You'll see that I'm doing tons of different little things and details, erasing them, putting them back, trying new ones. This is just me trying to figure out how I want the character to look. And even like on this stage, I end up changing so much. I end up changing the hands, I think, again, making their border a lot larger. I end up moving the eyes and the mouth. I think I redraw them. I flip the hand around, not the hand that you're looking at right now, the other hand. I flip that hand around because I wanted both palms to be facing the I was going to say the camera, but I want both palms to be facing the perspective of the image so that I could draw them exactly the same, because I didn't want to think about what the back of his hand looked like at the time, because I was like, I don't want to think about another way to look at the drawing or anything. I'll just draw all the hands the exact same, but I at least wanted it to look normal for the illustration. So yeah, but I think I don't think I ever fixed the proportions in the middle of the character. I think the little markings are off, at least on the right side of the torso, or maybe it's the left side. I just think they don't wrap around the actual body that would be anatomically correct, or that would be symmetrical at least. But yeah, so I changed a couple things. I'm feeling a lot better about myself. I feel like, oh, I can make little caricatures and I can probably animate this, right? I'm thinking that in my head. And at this point, this is editing right now. So when I'm doing this voiceover, this is like I think this is 5 days later. So this is 5 or 6 days later, and the drawing's finished. And right after I'm done editing this video, I'm going to be animating. I'm going to storyboard an animation, and I'm really going for like extremely non-serious animation, as in I don't want the topic to be so heavy, right? I want it to be really lighthearted. I want it to feel fun, cool, interesting, because mostly is my first couple animations. If I make them too serious and they're just flat out bad, that I feel like that would really put a damper on the story and everything. Like I want to get a hold on it. And whenever you test something the first time, because I've never used animation software, I have no idea how to use it. So there's a lot of learning I'm going to have to be doing in order to create stuff like this, but I think it's going to be really fun. And yeah, so this is almost done. And then I think this is the end of the first day. So thank you so much for watching this far in the video. And I'll see you on the other side. Peace.
Hello everyone. So now I know I film in the same place every time in my room. I just do it because there's music outside and I don't want you to hear music that's probably copywritten and also distracting. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to sleep. I think it's around, when I just looked at the clock, it was 11:15. So it's probably like 11:16, 11:17 or something like that. And so now I'm going to go to sleep and get back up. You probably just saw a speed drawing of me going over trying to figure out like that one character that I had that was very blue. I think the drawing came out pretty cool. I'll probably add it to my channel border because the channel border is very barren right now and I want to figure out how to spruce that thing up. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm also trying to make a character that's like a red character, so then I have blue and red and it's going to look real cool. Hopefully. But yeah, so I'm trying to make a red character. You probably saw a couple of the sketches I made. Those sketches are pretty cool, but I'm really trying to figure out the body of the character. I think the head is cool. I mean, you guys can tell me what you think. I think the head is pretty gnarly. But yeah, so that character is kind of like a chaotic character. I'm going to make emotes tomorrow. I don't know if I'm actually going to make the full image tomorrow, but we'll see. I'll definitely make the emotes so that I can get like, oh, what's this character when he looks happy? What's this character when they look this? I also want to change the teeth because I think the teeth are pretty not creative at all. So I'm going to do that. And then, yes, but I'm going to do all that tomorrow after I write another 900 words in my book. And I will see you later. Bye. Okay, see you later. Where's the off button on this thing? Hello, everyone. So it is day 2 of vlogging what I'm doing. And I just woke up a couple minutes ago. I think it's like 8:20 right now. I'm gonna go take a shower, and then I'll probably eat breakfast at some point, and then I'm going to go back, sit over here again, and then write my 900 words for my book so that I get that done as fast as possible so that the rest of the day I can pretty much just spend mostly drawing. I'm really enjoying drawing right now. So yeah, hopefully I look a little bit better after the shower and I wake up a little bit. I woke up with a headache, which probably will just go away. I think I just have to like drink some water and, get to work. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna shower and then I'm gonna do the writing for the book. Bye. Peace. I don't know. Peace. That's probably what I'm gonna do is peace from now on. So peace. See you later. Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. It is a lot later than it was yesterday. A lot. I mean, it's like 25 minutes later than it was yesterday. I'm pretty mentally exhausted from yesterday, but I'm still gonna try and get these 900 words in the book done as fast as possible while keeping the story at a good pace because I don't really want to. Normally, what happens is when you're writing a story and you kind of hit, some people say writer's block. I get words coming to me, but the story and the ideas behind the words will be just like really bad. Yeah, because that's kind of what happened in the first chapter when I was really writing like a decent amount every day, a little over 1,000 words a day. I would get to the point where I can keep writing, but the content and the ideas are just not there. Like boring. It'll be boring. The world building will be really poor, and the personality between characters will be off or just not representing what I want the characters to actually be like. And yeah, normally it'll just be like dull. Like you'll dull out the whole story. It might take me a little bit longer to actually get good ideas going and to make sure that I have what I want to happen in this chapter actually happen, because I want each chapter to, I think I'm going to segment the chapters into much smaller pieces. But right now, like each chapter, or at least I'm calling it a phase, because I'm trying to like phase out, block out all the pieces of the story so that I can kind of tell what's going on. I want to ramp up the conflict a little bit, and I want there to be quite a bit of action. So I don't want to spend my time writing 3 pages that are actionless, if you know what I mean. It obviously won't help the story if there's no action, no conflict, nothing going on. So yeah, so I'm going to do that, and it might take me a little bit. I think last time it took me like 35 to 40 minutes to do it, maybe 45 minutes. And it's almost 10 actually. So it might take me till 11:30. Hopefully not. I'm just going to start writing and see how fast I can do it. Bye. Okay. Okay, so everything's going pretty good right now. I just wrote, it's funny, sometimes I'll write a sad part in my book, and I don't know if other authors do this. Tell me if you do, tell me if you don't. It actually kind of snapped me out of it. It made me feel, because I woke up this morning, I was really mentally exhausted. And it's funny, like, I don't know, maybe this happens with other artists, whatever your art is, but I constantly have this thing in the back of my head going, if you don't make a good piece of art right now, or something that you're at least proud of or happy with, you're going to feel like, not bad, but you're going to feel as though you haven't done what you're supposed to do. I don't know if other artists get that, but I went to sleep feeling great. I woke up feeling like I wasn't doing enough and that I needed to do more. And then writing this, because I was writing kind of like a sad part in this book, and I'm almost sitting here crying writing the story that I'm making. Not reading it, but typing it. So it's a little different. But yeah, sometimes I'll have like little parts in the story where I'll either relate to it or I'll just feel one of the characters' pain. And I'm almost about to cry right now. It's actually really sad. But I don't know if other artists get this, but sometimes you'll see a piece of art and you'll just start crying, even when it's yours. Yeah, and sorry. So yeah, and I don't know if I'm just an emotional person. Maybe that's what it is, or maybe other people get this kind of same thing. as well. I'm not really sure. Yeah, so I almost changing topic. So I I only need 200 words left. I've written 700, and right now it's 10:32, so I'll probably get that done fairly quickly. I'm gonna do a time skip. One thing I didn't do very well in the first chapter is I didn't do enough time skips. I constantly was like, oh, I just need to tell the story from front to back, right? No, don't do that as an author. When you are writing, you are retelling a story and you're telling it through the points in the story which are the most relevant. You have to do time skips. You have to understand what events do I want in the story? How do I want to develop the characters? And you don't have to do it beforehand. What I just wrote was completely impromptu. I mean, I thought of it yesterday, but then I kind of fleshed it out a little bit more today. And I think it's really cool. It's really interesting. I'm really happy with the way it's going. And just because of this piece of art, it literally changed my whole mindset today. My mindset today was, I don't know what I'm doing. This isn't good enough. I woke up, I started looking at other people on YouTube that were doing really, really well. And I was like, these people are so cool. I need to be as cool as these people. And then I'm just like, I think it's just a lot harder to do all this stuff than people think it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I'm just sharing my journey because my journey is the one that how do you say that? My journey is the one that I'm living in, right? I'm not living in anyone else's journey. I don't know what they're going through. I don't know how they're doing everything. All I know is that I want to do this, and so I'm doing it. And then I'm going to post about it so people understand really, really what this is like. It's a bit of an emotional roller coaster, but it is really cool. I think everything's a bit of an emotional roller coaster, though. I mean, you guys can tell me how you feel, things like that. But yeah, so I'm going to finish this up, and then I'm going to get right back to, I think, a little bit of music writing, or I might save that for later. We'll see. I'll tell you what I think once I finish this, and yeah, peace. Okay, so I definitely went over my time. It is now 10:51. I think last time it was like 10:15 when we stopped writing, so I'm a little bit behind. I mean, kind of. I don't even know if I'm behind. I've been doing most things pretty much as fast as I can do them with little bits of time in between. I'm really happy with what I have. I think the content's decent. It's crazy. It's only been 3 days and I already have 9.5 pages of this next chapter, which I feel like is a lot. So now I think I'm gonna do some illustrations because I don't really want to sing right now. And yeah, so yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm still very tired, but I'm emotionally better after writing that. So maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to, like, if I have an emotion that needs to be resolved, just write about it. Write a song, sing a song, write a piece of a story, write a short story. I don't care if it's 2 pages. I don't care if it's a page and a half and you write 450 words. It'll take you 20 minutes probably. Just write it. Makes you feel better. So yeah, I want to see how well everything's going. I really want to get the body of that character done because I'm really confused on how I want to portray him. And yeah, so we're going to see how that goes. I'm not jibber jabbering. Probably not. So yeah, I'm going to go do that now. I'm not. Can you tell I'm tired? I'm not tired. I'm not tired at all. Don't worry. Okay. Peace. Goodbye. I'm leaving you. I'm leaving you to the wolves. Goodbye. Okay. Bye. See ya. Rousers. Well, that was a little scary. Not as scary as this character that I'm making, and I'm really glad I toned him down later. So yeah. So this guy, I really liked this head shape that I made, and then I kind of just ran wild with it. And that was a big problem for me for a while, because I really was trying to force this scariness or this horror into this character. And as you can see, it is not working out. I think we're going to do a little time skip here. Yeah, so you're going to see a couple different models that I made. Yeah, and I ended up making that little sketch. And the sketch came out so good of the happy-faced one, or I think it looks cool. And so I start trying to remake it and put it into the style that I had the blue character in, which is in the top left of the screen. But it just doesn't really come out the way I wanted it to. And that's fine,
So what I end up doing later is I basically just remake the face in the style of the blue character, but I just have so much trouble making the red character that I instead make a purple character. I just woke up a couple minutes ago. I think it's like 8:20ish or something. This camera looks super weird with this lighting. But yeah, so I'm going to take a shower, shave again, and then I think I'm going to do the writing for the book. Maybe after I eat breakfast. So yeah, see you later. Peace. Day 3. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Watching Me. Let me redo that. Hello, everyone, and thank you for No, this isn't an outro. I was going to do an outro. Hello, everyone. This is so silly. In my head, I was like, this is going to be the perfect intro ever. This is going to be the best intro. Hello, everyone. My name is Derek, and you're watching day 3, probably, of me recording myself making art. Yay! Which is basically me just working on the franchise. So, yeah, I'm going to get right into it. I'll give you a time update. I'm a little bit more energetic today, if you can't tell. So, yeah, I'm going to give you a time update. It is 10:10. And I have to write my 900 words for today. Seems on average it's going to take me about 40 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to get into doing that right now. Bye. And peace. Beast. That's confusing. I keep saying bruddy too. I remember I made up the word bruddy, which is bro and buddy. And I've been saying bruddy from now on. And I'm like, it sounds like brookie. And I'm just like, I don't like the word brookie. Maybe other people do. It's like Pizookie. It's like, does anyone really want to say cookie weird because you made it into something different? Like, but bruddy is pretty funny. And beast. Oh, beast. How do you beast? Beast. Would this be a beast? Okay, I'll see you later. Sorry. This is such a crazy intro. Okay, so it is now 11 o'clock, so that took 50 minutes, I think. Or maybe it was 45 minutes, pretty much. So I'm going to write a little bit more just to finish off a scene that I was doing. Book's good. I think I might change one scene that I made on here. But yeah, I mean, it's done. I think I'm going to finish this thought really quickly because I like where it's going, at least the scene that I was on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will see you then. Ka-chow. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I got like 150 words over what I was required to do, so that's fun. So I'm definitely not, 144 words more than I needed to, so that's great. It is now 11:12, so a little later. I don't know if it was that much later, honestly. At least I'm getting this done is honestly the most important thing. And so now I'm going to next video, because I think I'm going to edit this for the next 2 days-ish. I'm not really going to be working too much on the illustrations and the songs and stuff. It'll probably be mostly editing and like organizing all this footage and then trying to make it look nice, right? But I think next week what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my best to actually storyboard an animation. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to because I don't know how to animate at all. So I'm probably going to have to watch a video or two maybe tonight. Although I think I kind of know what I'm doing. Like you just sketch out the animation on a couple frames, right, to go through the actions. And then you do the in-betweens with the sketches. And then you fill the in-betweens in with like a base color. And then you do some shading or some secondary color. And then you do that a couple times until it looks nice, right? But that's my general understanding of animation. I know a little bit about in-betweening, but really not that much at all. I know I'm saying one thing and then I'm going, I know how to do this. And then I go, I actually don't know how to do this. But yeah, so that's kind of how I feel about animation right now. I'm going to go back to illustrating. I don't think I'm going to really write a song right now. My brain feels kind of written out. I'm going to go to drawing. I'm going to draw some. So hopefully that's fun. Probably will be. And I will see you later. Peace. So I think this is one of my favorite times that I had drawing because the image really started coming together. And I was so mad at drawing the red character that I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I just practically out of thin air was like, oh, this character would probably be cool. And then I just started improving. I mean, that's basically what drawing is. You just draw something and then it's cool and then you keep it, right? So yeah, I just started drawing and everything seemed to align really well. I think the character is really succinct. I think the character makes sense. I did a lot of different color scheme things during this time trying to make the character really pop as well. But yeah, I had absolutely no plans on making a purple character, but my frustration got to me and I was like, I can make another one of these, no problem. It definitely is just the restrictions of the red character that I have. And I proved that right, at least in my eyes, because I really liked how this character turned out. I think you see here, I'm going to do several different sketches, and they're all going to be quite different. I think, yeah, see, I mean, some of these are cool. They're just not, I, I, I want the characters to be somewhat relatable, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to do several features that are humanistic, that like would seem human, you know what I mean? So obviously like fingers, arms, a kind of normal proportion-ish body, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying not to make things look super oversized or weird. And you see here, I'm going to basically completely redraw the arms now. I think except for that one. No, I redraw that one as well. Well, yeah, so I think this is one thing that, and you, please, I really do hope a couple experienced illustrators and artists comment down below and answer this question because I really don't know the answer to it yet. What's the biggest difference that you've seen? Obviously, if you're a more experienced artist, you're going to make quote unquote better art. But I think a lot of time, better art is just more time.
And, you know, I mean, that kind of goes for me as well. I spent so much time on this. I feel like an experienced artist would probably have been able to accomplish what I did in a fraction of the time if they had the ideas that were in my brain. And maybe that's just me talking and saying nonsense, but it might also be true. I'm not really sure. But either way, here we go into actually doing some of the outlining for this character. I know that I redo the circular fingers, not the one on the left hand, the one on the right hand. I redo those to make them look a lot cooler. And I think they were actually one of the coolest parts of the character. And also, if you're looking at the perspective of the character and you're going, wait, the top and the bottom can't both be showing if it's a cylinder. It's a crooked cylinder. Don't talk to me about my crooked cylinder. I drew it and then I was like, oh, that doesn't anatomically make any sense. I don't care. I don't care. I think it looks cool. I think the character's just a little curved on the side on the ends. So that's normal, right? That's normal. But yeah, there's so much tweaking I do in this video, like with little color grading things, with how I want the character to look or to seem, or how I want certain markings to look, or how I want the hands to be, and there's so much stuff going on. And I feel like the cool thing is that now, since I've made the characters, I can more or less just reference them when I'm drawing them instead of having to make more characters, you know what I mean? So don't expect to see a lot of more characters coming soon. I'm going to use these for a little bit and see if they get me anywhere, and then I'll probably make more. Yay! So yeah, and tell me if there's anything in the characters you don't like or that I should change, or I don't know, just anything, because I'm really new to this. I'm really new to this. So if I could get any help, that'd be really awesome. As you can see, I do a lot of stuff on this character. This is probably the red character I definitely spent the most time on. Definitely because of the arms, the hands. The hands I redid like so many different times. I redid them right at the end as well. I think I made that like yesterday morning.
because the hands, I tried to make this character look more like, I don't know, the character on the left to me was more like happy-go-lucky. Character in the middle, to me, I was trying to be like shy, sophisticated. And then the character on the right, I was trying to make more like kind of like an animalistic character who's extremely chaotic. That's why he has, I guess they're ears. That's why he has ears, and that's why he has kind of more like a shoulder and like a forearm. And then when I make his hand, it's more like an animal hand, like a paw, instead of just like, I don't know, sharp bits. I don't know exactly what that was supposed to be, but yeah. And I think the one thing I learned about drawing is, I will tell you, after the second day, I was so terribly exhausted about drawing. And I've done this before. Like, you'll start learning a new skill, and if you are doing that skill often for a couple days and you're just learning it, you will feel so mentally fatigued afterwards. I don't know what happens and why that occurs, but I'll tell you that after like the fourth day, I like editing this video right now. I can't tell you how much I just want to get back in Photoshop or an animation platform and just start drawing again. Like, it's basically all I want to do, like, all the time, and I don't want to do anything else other than draw. And I'm okay with that. I feel good about that. And yeah, so this is almost over. You're going to see the final product, and then you're also going to see the thumbnail. I mean, this was such a cool journey. I'm so excited to actually get this further, and I really couldn't do it without, I mean, I don't really have that many subscribers. Making this video, I have 5 subscribers. Saying that I really couldn't do it without you is still one of the truest things I can say, though, because I don't think I'd be able to do this if I wasn't publicly showing it. I don't think I'd do this on my own. I don't think I would probably just be playing a video game or something. And instead I'm doing this, and it's a lot more fulfilling. I feel great, and I'm not getting emotional. And thank you so much if you did watch this video. If it has 1 view and you're the only person who watched it, honestly, thank you so much. And yeah, I'll see everyone later. I'm doing the hand signs. You can't see them, but I'm doing the hand signs. Peace. 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 Bye. See you later. Okay. That's it. Bye. Bye. Bye.